Welcome to the Happy Thrive Vibes podcast, where we explore the pathways to a joyful, fulfilled life through insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories that empower you to thrive and embrace your passions. I'm your host, Laura, and I'm excited to get started.
Hi, everyone. Back with Sarah Cox from Phantom Sports in Vero Beach, Florida. Thank you, Sarah. For everyone who doesn't already know, this is my sister. We are siblings. Yes, we are siblings. She did tell me I was her favorite sister a few minutes ago, which made me laugh because I'm her only sister. But I'll still take the compliment because this is Happy Thrive Vibes, and it makes me happy to know that I'm her favorite sister. Because I guess it could be there could be an alternative, and I wouldn't like it since I am the only sister. Like if there was a other favorite sister, that would be really bad. She does have sister-in-laws, and that's a whole nother story, but I'm the favorite sister. On this episode from our mini series, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things in the whole world, and I'm trying not to go too long into these segments because they are just supposed to be little tidbits, but we're talking about gratitude journaling. And gratitude journaling really just helps you, it helps me in so many ways. I should have just gotten out my whole stack. I got one out to show you, but I have a stack of them because I've been doing this for a couple of years now. And when I was talking to Sarah about gratitude journaling, her process and perception of what it is just is so different than mine. So Sarah, take it away. Walk us through what you consider a gratitude journaling process and how it helps you be happy.
Okay, so mine is really weird, and I didn't even realize what it was until you sent me some ideas of things for us to discuss for the podcast. And when I got to gratitude journaling, it just fit. But I was like, but I don't gratitude journal. But as I was thinking that thought, I looked over at my journal that has pockets. It's got pockets. And it makes me so happy. And I realize I do gratitude journal. It just looks different than what other people consider gratitude journaling. I take my gratitude journal, that is now what I'm going to call it because it makes me happy. And every week I write down week of whatever. And then I list all the things that I need to get done for the week. And then I have other spots for like when I'm taking notes and stuff, or my grocery list and different things. And when I looked at that, I thought, well, maybe I do gratitude journal, and I didn't realize I was gratitude journaling all these years because, yeah, I have a whole stack of these too, lots of them because I can't ever throw them away. I don't know why. They just make me happy. And I realized I do sometimes have to flip through them. Like if I need to find a note about something with the kids or a password, or when did I do this? When did I submit this bid for this job? Or when did I order this for the store? Or just different things I have to look up in it. And I realized when I look back at those things, it does bring a sense of happiness because I can say, oh, wow, I accomplished that thing and I didn't think I was going to be able to. And it gives you a sense of gratefulness and gratitude of being able to look back at these things that you've accomplished and you've done. And yeah, I've been gratitude journaling all this time and I didn't even know it.
Which it's funny because I make my to-do list, and sometimes if I don't get anything done on it, I'll add something so I can cross it off. Like, okay, I can't be at the end of the day with nothing crossed off of my to-do list. Make coffee, drink
Hey,
coffee,
it counts.
instant message so-and-so, talk to so-and-so, coordinate such and such. Like I did those things, and I know I'm gonna like a meeting. I will add meetings because I didn't really have a choice. I had to go to them, but I will cross them off. Like, yeah, I did that meeting. And then my non-checked off list turns into like, oh my God, I did everything. I don't even know how I got through the day because I did so much. And it makes me happy. And then the rest, true Covey style, like I just put an arrow to the next page and I'm like, carry over, carry over, carry over. And after I've carried something over a couple of days, I'm like, do I really need to do this? Because I obviously don't want to.
Yes.
So,
I
but
do
my
the same thing. The things
carry
that don't
over.
get highlighted off get carried over to the next week. And after a couple of weeks of remaining on the list, I'm like, okay, either I need to finish this now so I can cross it off the list because I'm tired of carrying it over, or I don't really need to do this.
And it can take care of itself.
Exactly.
So this is my gratitude journal, and I have a stack of them. And I like my niece is Joy, and I just want to let her know find joy in the ordinary. So I'm always looking at my joy, and I'm always thinking of her. So this is mine, and mine is actually I was flipping through mine in preparation for this, and mine's like, it looks like a diary. It looks like a scrapbook. Like, here's from when this is my receipt for my favorite restaurant when I was traveling. And this is the room
Aw.
that I stayed in, which was really good view. Weekend in Orlando to meet Evan's girlfriend. So, I have lots of things there. My favorite place in Tempe, Snooze. They have the best sweet potato pancakes ever. So mine is kind of like a um, journal, gratitude, all of the things. This is my schedule that I made for myself. I humor myself every once in a while by creating what I think my schedule should be because I never stick to a schedule. But I put it in there. And then one of my friends started talking about The Artist's Way. That's a book. And apparently something you're supposed to do every day is write out 3 pages free form from your brain. Someone like me who's constantly thinking, and can't even sleep at night. If first thing in the morning, you can just write for 3 pages, not 3 pages front and back, just 3 pages, just free flow all your thoughts to get everything out there, then it's like you transferred it and then now it's over. And now you can actually focus on your day. And I've been doing that and it works pretty good. I incorporate that into my journal. But then this is actually getting to the point because I have to reel myself in. This is actually my journal. So I list 5 things that I'm grateful for, my 5 goals and I write those goals as if I've already achieved them so that I can psych myself up like I already got it and this is what I'm doing with my life. And then I am affirmations, like I am ready for more. I am open to abundance. And then my things like vitamins, take a walk. That's never checked off. I work from my water, meditate, morning pages. So I have my list I created what I call my non-negotiables that I try to put on there and check off, but don't look at I only have a few of them checked. But that's my gratitude journal. And I promise that I feel so much better about everything when I stop and think of the things that I'm actually grateful for, things that, some of the things I think are so surface. And then other things I'm like, no, actually, if you've ever had your washing machine not work and drain the water out, you have a whole new appreciation for your water draining out of your washing machine. So that's something to be grateful for. I live in Florida, so and have curly hair. So a good hair day is for real.
Yeah.
But also if you've ever, like we had a planned power outage where we had no power a couple months ago because they were trying to work on things for hurricane preparedness here in the Keys. But without power, we don't have a home house generator. There was no AC. So, but just think about the things that you're grateful. Think about geographically, think about the health of your family. Think about, even if you only have $5, you have $5.
Yep.
Think about just all the things that you have that you're grateful for, not just things, but health, wellness, the ability to get an education, all these things. If you just look at the news, you'll feel better about yourself. I don't condone looking at the news because it's panic inducing, but that's my gratitude journaling, all the things I'm grateful for.
I like it. And it ties into one of the things we were talking about before about mindfulness, because it's causing you to be mindful of those things, because the little things all add up to the big things. And actually, I am pleasantly surprised to see that my journaling isn't so much different from your journaling, because you have lists on yours. Like some of the stuff on my list is simply like
that was our alarm.
Social media, everybody, every day. So it's on the list. I have to do it regardless, but it's on there. And I'm grateful that I have the ability to do that, even if I feel like a spaz sometimes when I'm doing it, but that's okay. Like that mindfulness, the gratitude journaling ties into the mindfulness and the happy thrive vibes.
And also not beating yourself up, because if I look at my gratitude journal, I used to just be like, you know what, forget it. It's like goals on New Year's Day, if I didn't do it, I was like, nope, forget it. I'm not even going to continue because I already messed the whole thing up. Well, it's February 23rd today, regardless of when this episode shows, it is February 23rd. And the last time I did my gratitude journal and my morning pages was February 14th. So I'm now looking at this thinking, the old me years ago would have thought, well, forget it. I've already ruined my goal and I already broke it all and now forget it. But the new, the mature me, older, wiser me is like February 14th. That's awesome. What was I grateful for on November 14th? It was Valentine's Day. And then I just put today's date on there and I just get started. So
Yeah,
it it really does, starting the day that way makes me feel good. It makes me feel good for how I'm going to start my day.
right. And you can pick up whenever, like you just said. Okay, so it's February 14th. That's fine. It's the 23rd today. That's fine. You can just pick up wherever you find yourself. It's not a set in stone. If you didn't do it this day, you can't do it that day.
Exactly. And if something makes me super happy, like camping in Bahia Honda Park, I put it in there. And then when I'm flipping through my book, it really does. That's why I'm like, is this like a dear diary? It kind of is all the things, but it does make me happy. The whole thing is my happiness book. The whole thing is my happiness book. All right. Well, that is gratitude journaling. And I hope everyone starts some type of gratitude journaling, even if it's just in your head. Some people don't want to put pen to paper,
Yeah.
which there is proven research of putting pen to paper and the experience that you have for that. But if even in your head, you're just thinking of the steps, like when you get out of bed in the morning and whatever room you're going to go to first, or when you go to make your cup of coffee, with every step you say, thank you for, thank you for, thank you for, or I'm grateful for, I'm
Absolutely.
grateful for. Just being in the state of gratitude, it can just change your whole day.
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Sarah, for another tidbit, and we'll see you back in a few.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope this episode sparked inspiration for ways you can shift from surviving to thriving by doing more of what you love. Until next time, remember to let your optimism and passion light up your world and always remain in a place of gratitude. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment on our podcast. Wishing you endless happy Thrive vibes. Happy Thrive Vibes explores various topics aimed at promoting positivity and personal growth. We want to make it clear that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are not necessarily those of the creators or staff at Happy Thrive Vibes. Our aim is to provide a platform for diverse perspectives and ideas, and while we strive to present accurate information, the content discussed here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage you to form your own opinions and always consider multiple viewpoints.